Welcome to the Patriot Hour. This is Michael, your host for 5/11/2018. It's Friday afternoon. We got some Anon, Q clearance, breadcrumbs, drops, updates. We got Scott in the studio. Don't go anywhere, and we're going to get right into it.
You know what letter that is, Grover?
I think so.
What letter is this?
Q.
Q. This is indeed a
Hey,
Q.
Froggy.
All right, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. We got Scott.
Ring the bell.
Ring the bell. Maybe leave a comment or something after. Drop us an email. Check out the description box.
Lots going on. An exciting couple of days.
Yes, it has.
Got some new cues going on. I'll adjust this a little bit.
All right. Yes, we do. We got some Q. So let's get right into that because we know
That's what they want.
that's what they want. Again, if you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. We really appreciate it. If you're new to the whole Q, kind of take a look around the channel or anywhere on the internet.
Got lots of catching up to do, huh?
Yes, lots. All right. So you want to read, which was the last one I did. I don't even know if I went over this. 1331, May 10th at 20:49, which would have been 8:49 p.m. last night. And it says DOJ Nunez release. Like he's got
What is that picture of?
that is a presidential stamp.
Oh, White
that kind of
House.
proves us sometimes, you know. And then here it looks like an official kind of binder.
Sure.
And that's slid out, or that's the letterhead or something of the White House, you know.
And then that's a pin.
Yeah, it's a pin.
And
Exactly.
That picture is way enlarged, yeah. Huh.
Labeled DOJ Nunez release.
So it's coming. It's coming.
He's just got eyes on it.
Yeah. Thank God. We got a big one here.
You could read that one. Go ahead.
Thank you. Fellow patriots, what are you about to learn should not only scare you, but intensify your resolve to take back control, parentheses, freedom, bold letters. The information that will become public will further demonstrate the criminal and corrupt, parentheses, pure evil, abuse of power that Hussein administration undertook. I'm sorry. I'll get it over. All right, thank you. In joint efforts with domestic and foreign dignitaries, the snowball has begun rolling. There is no stopping it now. D5. Stay the course and trust the plan. Protective measures are in place. Remain brave, capital letters. We knew this day would come. And then there's a link to YouTube. United We Stand, WW.
Worldwide.
Yeah, and then what is that? Worldwide G1.
That's actually where we go one.
We go all.
Yes.
Okay, I see, yeah. We fight, conspiracy, no more.
Yeah. Now, didn't JFK say that a lot?
They did.
The
They
where
did.
we go one, where we go all.
Well, I said several shows ago, we talked about it. Trump is using a lot of JFK standards and some of his phrases, so.
So what do you take out of this? What you are about to learn will not only scare you, but intensify resolve and take back freedom. The Hussein administration undertook in joint efforts with domestic and foreign dignitaries. The snowball's begun rolling, and there's no stopping it now.
They're starting to find out, everybody that was appointed or embedded in all the cover-ups and conspiracies, and then at the bottom it says conspiracy no more. So apparently there's going to be some proof, hopefully, I know we're all patiently waiting, that's going to come out and say, this whole last 16 months since the election,
Yeah.
is no longer a conspiracy. Here's the facts. So I know we talk about patience, but man, I think we're getting close.
How about, okay, so this link, folks, this goes to a video that I've actually posted it separately a month ago or so. It's the Crossroads in History speech. It's the most repeated link that Q has posted to a YouTube video, and it's just reaffirming what Trump's saying about this corrupt system and
Trump's best speech.
It's laid out. Yeah, it's laying out the what he is trying to take away from them and give back to us, the people, and it's a very powerful. I think 50 years or so, it'll be real looked back upon.
Yeah, it'll go down as one of those great speeches by a Lincoln or a FDR or JFK or
yes, one of them.
Yep, it'll be remembered.
So
the next one is just basically 1333 here.
came at 2200.
Yeah.
9 o'clock. Oh wait,
American.
no. Yeah.
Yeah.
10.
10 o'clock.
My bad.
Yep.
I knew that. I was just the
So
last. It was an hour because he didn't post that all in. So I said 21. That was 9:43.
Yeah.
By the way, like I don't. Real quick on this one, Q posted this one yesterday. We'll jump back up. This is not a game, but
Oh, the coincidences.
I don't know. Why is that happening? You get this? This is the Associated Press, and they posted breaking: nurse charged and ex-National Security Advisor H.R. McMaster's father at a Philadelphia senior care, and it was May 10th, 2018, 2:01. And then you have this Q, April 18th.
Same day? No.
No, it's
Oh,
and this is from the
before.
Drudge.
Oh, I see.
So
Yeah.
Drudge to Associated. Well, I don't see why everything's highlighted really in the red.
Well, failure to retain position / year. Threats are real. Somebody died. Or, implementing that.
187. So that's a murder.
Weird.
And then look in the ID for that one because Q puts hint, but it's almost death. DEA.
So go up to breaking nurse charged in death of ex-National Security Advisor. Ex-National Security.
Like they got to her. And then what's this have to do with this one though? 6/20, 18 April. This is 18 April.
Authorities in Philadelphia are investigating possible neglect in the death of father of President Donald Trump's former National Security Advisor. Wow. Do you believe in coincidence? Delta engine fire? ? Coincidence? ? How are the engines fire? Something's going on here. So is it,
Well, he gives us the
good versus
the
evil.
187 that somebody was going to pass possibly. I see the death almost spelled out in the green or
Yeah.
DEO, but then the April 18th, 2042. That's 8:42. This is 6:20. Earlier than Q's post, this thing dropped.
Yeah.
And this is
And then
quite a bit later.
they finally, after the investigation, are finally charging somebody with the death. I'm sure up front they said, he's just old and he died. And then after the investigation. So, coincidence? No, I not with a national security advisor. What information was he going to spill, talk about? Who knows? I guess
Gotcha.
we're gonna see some more about that, I would think.
So 13:33, 2200.
Yeah, 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock
Yeah.
on the dot.
Eastern time.
So sometimes these match up. Remember before we had the plane that went down and the time that he posted it was the exact time that it went down. So yeah, sometimes that's what people are highlighting and I'm always looking. But so Castle Lock, it's a picture of the flag, PNG, Freedom, Castle Lock.
Instead of Castle Rock.
Yeah,
Right?
Castle Lock, Q. What is that, 1333? So 1334.
Rank and file, DOJ, FBI, C,
Underscore A, California State.
California, the state of California, and then G2, collect, SIS, good, not forgotten, overcome, Q. Rank and file, DOJ.
That was at 22:31, so 10:31 p.m.
So G2, meaning G2 collect, and then SIS, good.
Let me click that real quick here, see where that takes us. Go back. Why is that not?
Future codes, restage.
5-4. What the heck?
This is where my ADD kicks in. I want to know, and I want to know now. G2. And folks, we're sorry, but we don't always, we get this when you get this. That's why we try to make it, we're trying to be as real as possible. We could easily look at these and then report the next day, but we're all in this together, so feedback is always part of our learning as well. And you just jumped all over. What happened?
This is why we were here. Hold on.
Oh, I see.
No, it just jumped a little bit. I don't know what happened, but I'm going back down. Rank and file. DOJ, FBI, California State, G2, collect, SIS, good, not forgotten. Let's just go forward a little bit.
Yeah,
so
maybe it'll.
this is a picture, same one as yesterday. It's like you reposted it. or an anonymous did, and put
Singapore.
Marinay Bay Sands is the Sky event. This is 1335, by the way, at 22:43 last night, so 10:43 p.m.
Is this the Sky event? Can you bring up that picture of what is that, a hotel? What
Yeah,
is
it's like 3 buildings with
Singapore is like, I think they say the money capital of the world. I mean, it's like this. What is that?
it's like 3 buildings
Holding
with a connection,
Almost
a city,
looks
like trees are up there.
looks like a fuselage of an airplane almost, but there are.
Trees. Oh, I got as big as I could. Right there. Trees, maybe. Buildings, structures. What's up there?
Man, we got some research to do. So do you, QAns. Huh? Weird.
Note the pictures we post are all originals. Think about what that means. Q. Again, that was at 22:54, 10:54 p.m. last night, 13:35 in the series. Now we're getting into May 11th today. This is probably after midnight. That one's 23:40.
So that's right. Yeah, quarter till.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not the next one, or what? What's going on here?
Several of them. Jeez.
That's a huge one. So 13:37 at 0. So here we go, midnight.
Oh man,
11 after midnight.
See, I just lost my battery. If you can turn me up a little bit, these batteries get sucked. There you go. That's great. So this is the one that scares me to death, and I know it's big in a lot of people's conversations. But here you go. What is it? Just after 10 minutes after midnight. Facebook is listening to you 24/7, 365. Without a doubt, I believe that.
Literally, it says.
Literally, and then F9 algorithm.
Are they recording /safe housing?
Metadata collection, building 8.
DARPA
China.
in the kill box, folks. China. So, are they recording metadata? So we know that's what we were talking about. Me and Ben had a conversation, but metadata, it's just everything around you. I think they're moving into a state of just a new era. You know, before we'd get the generic ad in the Sunday mailbox with tons of things on the ads and a couple of pages, and they're trying to appease everyone out there. Now they know so much about you that they just want you to trip over ads.
So it's individual appealism.
Yeah,
right.
like
what I get is going to be different than what you get.
Literally, a couple weeks ago or a week ago, Mel had said something, and shortly after got on her Facebook or one of them, and it was like I think it was YouTube even. It was like the next video was sitting there like, whoa, something just exactly what we were talking about, kind of unique-ish.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's about the height of it. There, or if it's, you're talking about, I need this dog food and jeans, and all of a sudden you're getting those. And if you could trip into the ad and end up buying something. So
it is. It's individual appeal.
It's just the next era in people. Hey, do we have the right to not opt in or opt out of that? That's maybe where we should be at. Like
Facebook's not going to try to sell me pillowcases and curtains because I don't ever talk about it or look it up. But it might for my wife.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Yeah. Yours would be modified for you. You know?
Yeah, it's scary. They shouldn't have the right to spy, and I'm sure that.
And that's one of the things they're doing with it. I don't know.
I still believe Facebook was sponsored by the government, the CIA, the Black Ops, or whatever. It's just make you feel warm and fuzzy that it's a private thing, and the government's not behind it. But
yeah,
jeez, they can get all this information on all of us. Nothing's safe anymore. So next one. What is that one? May 11th, 2018. This is
an anonymous poster, by the way, on these.
So this is
just some other
12:22 in the morning.
Yep, 12:22 a.m. or just you say 12:22 a.m. folks. Way earlier today. So, what is that? A link to a Washington Post WP. Go ahead.
SpaceX explosion blew up one of the Facebook's most ambitious projects. NASA captured the aftermath of the explosion from nearby Kennedy Space Station. And then right there it says China's surveillance system can scan population in 1 second.
Wow.
So go back up to that picture above that one. I think that I woke up in the middle of the night above that one, back to what blew up. So
Look at this one.
And I could be wrong, but what blew up? Was that a scanning tower?
Look at the date on this, September 1st, 2016. So it was a couple years ago, right?
So you see a bunch of what either looks like...
Explosion at SpaceX launch site in Florida occurred during a strategic test fire. NASA captured the aftermath of the explosion from nearby Kennedy Space Center.
That SpaceX explosion blew up one of Facebook's most ambitious
projects. That was back in 2016. Now we got this. When did this come out?
So this. I think I woke up in the middle of the night hearing this the other night. That they're like observation towers, or
my bad.
I don't necessarily know if they're a lot like a satellite, like for cell phone or whatever. But
there's no date on that. That's weird.
But it doesn't surprise me, and again, I'm scared to death.
Ooh, new rocket. So there's what's going on. That's why it led us up to that. A couple of old things that were going on with that. So they're showing us this. What was that most ambitious project? Probably this surveillance thing. And now here, SpaceX.
So the Chinese apparently are spying on their own people.
Oh yeah, each country's already totally.
And we're supposed to believe that ours isn't because it's a republic or a democracy. Some people falsify that as a democracy. It's really not. It's a republic. I get tired and exhausted with the whole democracy thing.
This anonymous guy puts
F9,
Falcon 9, China, and Q put at 0:29, so 29 after midnight this morning. Explore further.
Jeez.
So what the heck?
And then we got this big dog.
13. We'll break this down a little bit, but we won't go forever. And we'll, if we hear interesting. So 13:39 at 12:12 p.m. So this one just came out. This is maybe an hour or two ago.
2.5, 3 hours ago almost. Yeah. Wow.
Where are we at in the time? We're at 16 minutes, so we're doing all right. 12:12 a.m. I'll start it off here. Expand your thinking. We are being attacked.
Why? Why are we being attacked?
My bad, yeah. Expand your thinking. Why are we being attacked? Why are we being attacked by people who claim to be pro-POTUS? Do we have a face? Do we have a name? Do we use platforms whereby we collect followers? Selfless. Zero vanity. Why are we here? Why do we ask questions? The choice has always been yours. Use logic, free information. What draws people here?
Expanding exponentially. They all claim to be insiders. They all claim to have insider contacts. They do not. Patriots do not reveal classified information. Why do we communicate this way? Think for yourself. Clickbait. We are a threat to profiteering. Information should flow freely without cost. We established a series of proofs for this specific reason. Undeniable, unpredictable, coincidence after coincidence, growth due to confirmations, real sources communicating with the people, unrestricted, I love that part, together, control the information, they, harness followers, profiteering, they, define media, primary goal of the media, to sell, parentheses, each selling a different narrative / set of targets. Selling makes money, be careful who you follow. Define patriot, they want you divided, of course they do. Attacks will only get worse. This is we could do an hour, 2 hour on this one. I mean, this is basically showing or talking about what we all know is going on. The battle with the media trying to portray.
Well, and there's a lot of channels now for the Q thing. And a couple of posts ago, he had put lots of people are getting lots of followers because of the Q.
Correct.
And that's how, we weren't based on the Q. We were wanting to do this before Q ever existed, but it just so happened to be the right timing that the Patriot Hour was a weekly show. And then I was like, man, this Q thing, I'm going to do 8 to 10 minute updates on it. I think it's interesting. So it's just because it's a...
and we learned early on.
It is real. It's really happening. Yep. Do we know it's to be true yet and who's behind it? No. We're supposed to possibly find out, but it is something that's happening in history.
Yeah.
We find it to be cool to just read them. That's why a lot of people have tried pushing me into being 100% of break it down. What does that mean to you? And I don't want to do that. I didn't want to go there.
Let's go up to the choice has always been yours. This goes back to one of your favorite sayings in history is, it just slipped my mind. The free will.
Yeah.
We all have free will. We choose to communicate this way and ask each other and comment and try to figure some of this stuff out. And I think basically what Q's trying to say is there are a lot of people that are making money off of this. I mean, we don't make money, and if we did make any, I mean, we do get some donations and whatnot, but we put it back into the show. Mike and I are not independently wealthy. We do this because we're patriots.
Yeah.
But
we aren't monetizing the channel. We decided from the get-go before we don't want to be
my goal is not to be on CNN or Fox and
none of
use
that.
This as a launching pad to be an Alex Jones or whatever.
Nothing.
They'll never own us. I
Nope.
mean, even if they
Always.
wrote us a check, we might take it, but we're not changing our format.
No.
I'm not repeating or reading a teleprompter. Mike and I are always going to do this freehand.
Well, anytime and I think that's what's happened with some of these other channels. They have been hit up and the check has come, but it was like, but to take this check, we need you to sign this. And now they own, they get to set the narrative and the pitch has changed. There's been people that have just twisted overnight. Like, hey, you know what? This Q thing's over. And it's like that people, they got bought out.
They
or
sell
something.
out. It's a sellout.
So, yeah, folks, it's like, that's what he's telling you. Be careful you watch. People that are, Carosi, been a biggest Q guy. He goes on Alex Jones selling books.
Yeah.
All this stuff was being pitched. Oh, so before we get to the Q, people got a book. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
We got,
Listen,
our goal was always a website.
Right.
Then we got one, and minimal just to beyond donations. But we got some koozies and shirts, and that was always an idea. But again, we're not shooting it.
We're not.
And they're not there yet.
We're not doing supplements. We're not going to have commercials. I mean, anything that you find on our website that you could purchase. If you look at the dollar amounts, I mean, we don't make. Just do the math.
Not,
I mean, even if we sold out our inventory that we get next week,
and it's
I think
just
it's
one other way to
$900.
support without. If it's just a donation, we know how that is. It's just straight giving money, and that is crazy awesome.
Yeah.
But now it's like, to give a little, I can get a shirt, at least something that, because I do support the Patriot Hour, and it just helps promote when you're maybe at work wearing it, and it has the Patriot Hour. People know.
That's right.
This first round, we got them ordered so long ago. We don't have the patriothour.com on it yet.
You and I talked about
maybe
it.
the next set or something. I don't know.
If people are going to be donating, we should at least. You said that perfectly. We're not asking you to buy it. We don't care if you buy it or not. I mean, we're proud of what we're doing. But if you're going to donate, you might as well donate through and get something in return. I mean, I don't want to.
Well, that's one way. Some people want, I'll take a shirt or whatever.
So basically, this Q's basically saying we all need to, stay vigilant. Don't. I love Alex, but every 5 minutes he's selling me supplements and this and that. I get it, but let's go to the next one. We can.
Well, I don't even think we read this all the way yet.
Yeah, I thought. Oh, we didn't.
You started talking, and let me see here.
I'm sorry.
No, we did, both of us, about the website. Sorry about that, folks. So let's get through these. So, what do we see here? Clickbait.
We are a threat to profiteering. Information should flow freely without cost. We established a series of proofs for the specific reasons: undeniable, unpredictable, coincidence after coincidence, growth due to confirmation, real source, communicating with the people, unrestricted, together, control the information, they harness followers, profiteering, they define media. Primary goal of the media, ? To sell.
Sorry, I don't know what song this is.
Oh, Siri is jumping in. She must have thought I said
We
it.
did read all this, I think. Maybe not.
We did. I'm pretty sure.
Sorry.
And because it said attacks will only get worse, Q. So.
Okay. Yep. Sorry.
It's a long one.
It was a long one, but hey, 13:39 in the series. Next one, 13:40, 12:42 p.m. Again, just a little bit ago. This is why we were here, and now there's a little link to the Reddit Great Awakening. Let's take a look.
What is it going to show us?
Shut some of these down.
The storm. Remember that guy yesterday said there's a storm coming? We are the storm.
Read a little bit of this here. I promised there would be a follow-up to my post on Q1295. Be careful who you follow. This is what I was talking about because we're at 1331 or whatever.
Yeah.
So a couple weeks ago. It's a long post, but if you're a Q follower, this information is worth knowing. As many of you already know, Dr. Croce is just the tip of the iceberg. There are a dark force at work trying to divide us and hijack Q's work and our movement. I will show you today who these dark forces are.
Oh, man.
To those who think this issue should be put to rest for the sake of unity, this is my response. If Q himself has spoken about it here after putting up with these dark forces trying to undermine him for months, we must have some kind of intel pushing him to react. A glass of fine wine mixed with water is no longer fine wine and is certainly not water. When a snake enters a house, there's no time for poetry. You secure the kids.
Close the doors and do what you have to do. How long is this? It's a long one. We're obviously not going to be able to read through it. So
we'll link this. How
absolutely.
about that? Let's see. The truth has a price. Q's first days are not easy.
I will go over this tonight, and I'm sure you will as well. Seems to be a lot of information, so...
Can't fight them, join them.
Holy smokes.
So it is. It's careful who you follow, folks, and what their disinformation could be. So, yeah, it's a pretty... Well, it's not too bad, but yeah, he goes on.
It does, because I'm looking at your scroll bar. You're only...
Well, I think that was his comment here, right? Look, 590 comments, so it's not too bad, but still it's pretty big. Pretty big.
So a lot to go over. Everybody's going to have to do their homework. We'll do our homework. I'm sure we could just pick any one of these and just ramble on, because we're pretty good at doing that. But
no, we like to read them, get you to the link. Now, again, that's... let me get us up here. That's what I think the main thing is. Q put, this is coming out. He doesn't want to charge. They're not charging for it there.
Right.
And we understand not everyone probably has the means to get there. And I don't know if he would understand that. Well, some of these people that do watch our channel. So we're not charging you. We'll never charge you to watch it. We wouldn't. They're saying some people are getting to the point of hijacking. Like, folks, if you're going to want these next updates, and I'm going to need some,
some money.
Money, the monthly thing. So I did, we've had, like I said, the idea for just the work for the channel to always keep continuing to move forward, upgrades on computers, all that we've already put in to get this going. Donations are greatly appreciated just to, let it sit. When we start, I got some stuff back ordered, that the perfect soundproof stuff, but we're talking about moving somewhere else. So to get a bigger studio, and these are the costs that can be endured with the support. That's it. We're not looking for monthly.
You're not
so much, or going to ever hijack a video. We won't give the next one out. If you're a true patriot, how much you going to pay? And true patriot. No, that's
the truth of it is I could care less. I like the opportunity that we have to do this. I'm not going to pay my electric bill with these people's money.
With or without the donations, folks, that's the thing. I said I would fund this. Scott would fund that. We'll do it ourselves. We're not ever going to say this is going to shut down if a certain amount don't come. We're not going to do the next video if a certain amount don't come.
I think we actually said we're going to do this until, if something ever happened to Trump, you and I would be like, this was like this is the last great chance for this country. And, I'm in it. I'm in it for the long haul.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I mean, if it got to a point where free speech, Second Amendments are going away, and now free speech is kind of getting more encroached on, because that was probably the next step. They already started it. Well, free speech is one thing, but what about hate speech? Well, who determines that?
Well, I just, and before I get too crazy, but I just did see on the news where they're considering, and I believe it's California, starting to prosecute people for hate speech online.
Oh wow, yeah. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. They're going to start it out there.
Jail time for bullying, and So anyway,
yeah. And I mean, I don't know if I guess they're trying to break that realm on that. Like if you could do it in their face, you're face to face with somebody and harassing them and saying certain things. What is so much different from being online? Not that bowling is bad.
Come on, it's still a rite of passage.
It's not the most.
I do want to take this moment before we sign off here. Pay attention to the next one. We got there was a Trump rally in town. Mike and I went to it, and we got some fun stuff to go over. It won't be a Q. Maybe we'll touch on some of the Q, but we're gonna do some cool stuff on what we just witnessed yesterday. It was one of my top 5 favorite moments of my life. So. Anyway,
yes, we got some footage. I'm just we got to get that uploaded and everything. So yeah, we got a little bit of footage to show.
We can always add the link.
We
later.
can show some of the footage that's already out there. That's where
Yeah.
we were. I've already actually posted one where we cut through. That
Yeah.
one's up. They've seen it. So yeah, no, we're gonna get into that. So stick around, folks. We'll see you here in just a little bit.
Protect those rights.
Protect the rights. It's a Patriot Hour. Subscribe, like, share, comment. Check the description box for the link to the Reddit article for YQ's here. He seems to agree with that that anonymous guy's post. So,
Yeah. We'll
all
be
right.
right back after some garage talk.
All right. See you here soon.
You know what letter that is, Grover?
I think so.
What letter is this?
Q.
Q. This is indeed a Q.
Hey, Froggy.